Alright friends, it's Jenny and I am back here again with the awesome Dr. Adams at the Nepute Wellness Center. And one of the things that he suggested to kind of get everything going, I got a long way to go, but where to start was getting my pH levels up. So I was at a 5.5 and doing my research on Dr. Google, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it said that most people test when they come off, just coming off the street, they're at like a 6.0. But you want to be between a 7.0 and a 7.4. Is that pretty accurate?
That is very accurate.
So I got some ways to go.
Sure.
I want to know why do I want a 7 to a 7.4 pH?
Sure. So have you ever had heartburn where you wake up
every day, all day,
and you've had it where it comes in and it burns your throat, right?
Oh yeah.
So
totally.
That's very, very acidic. So it's very toxic. When it comes in, we don't have the same lining. That's why your throat will hurt for 30 minutes, 40 minutes after that happens. So same thing goes on in your body. So when you have chemistry in there, you've got an alkaline, you've got acidic, and you've got a neutral. So when you get acidic, what that means is that your body loves to make things into inflammation. So we've done some genetic testing, so we've got a DNA test that we can do. And a lot of times what it'll show is somebody goes in and they eat stuff that they think is really healthy. So, hey, I'm eating broccoli, I'm eating almonds, I'm eating salmon, I'm eating this, I'm eating healthy, I can't lose weight, I feel like crap, I'm tired all the time. We'll get this DNA back and it'll show that their body metabolizes it differently, and it actually turns that into an inflammatory thing in the body. So instead of it doing what it's supposed to, it turns into inflammation. And when your pH is low like that, what that does is everything you put in, it's almost like being an icebox for bacteria, viruses, for all of this junk that wants to live in there. It's like you're coming in and saying, hey, we're having a big party in here, invite your friends because
I like a good party, so does my body.
Yeah. And so when that happens, not only do we get, more prone to our immune system going down, our adrenals go down, our metabolism goes down too. So it's very hard for us to lose weight. So you've had that friend that comes in that says, I'm trying to lose weight, but I just can't. I've done this diet, this and this, and they actually do what they're supposed to, but even doing what they're supposed to, they're not losing weight. That's because their chemistry is off. So that's why it's so important. And they're doing tons of studies that show if you can get that to 7.4, it fights a lot of these, immune system things that we run into, so, because you look, I get people all the time come in with Lyme's disease, or they come in and they say, I've got lupus, or I come in, with MS, all these different systemic issues, those are inflammatory, which means that inflammation gets fed, and when you feed that inflammation, a little worse, and then eventually, years later, you end up saying, I'm falling apart, nothing's working for me, and you come to see me.
Exactly. So let's fix it before it becomes a problem.
1000%.
So you told me to take a couple supplements, a couple doodahs. All right. So you said.
So yeah. So and I want you to understand this too, is that you have to look at it differently, okay? Because a lot of times people say, hey, I feel really good. You don't have a symptom of a problem. You know somebody that comes in and they went to the doctor, had a perfect checkup, they're like, they feel great, and then a week later they've had a heart attack. So we all know somebody that's happened to. Just because you don't have that symptom doesn't mean that your body's healthy. All right, so I'm back -1. Had a little issue we had to go to the restroom for with the little one. So anybody that has kids knows that stress levels sometimes go up. So getting your pH where it's very, very level is going to help with some of the stress too. So sea salt, you can put this on your food. The best thing to do is to take a pinch of it, put it in your water, drink about 84 ounces of water per day. You won't taste it, so if you taste a lot of salt, then you're putting too much. But a pinch of sea salt in here, take that, about 84 ounces is going to really, really help. So you're going to do that. You can also put lemon and lime in, let it soak overnight, and go from there. So these are also supporting things. So you've got your omega. So a lot of times people, they know it as a fish oil. So when you get your omegas, I prefer to do some kind of chia extract. Supplement Superstore has some great stuff here. So she's using the full omega from Supplement Superstore here because we don't like to burp up a ton of fish. So when we take this, this is a necessity along with vitamin D. So vitamin D3, a lot of times people will come in and they don't realize how important this is, but vitamin D3, once again, this is a process that your body can use in multiple ways. So what we'll usually do is, depending upon where the pH is, we'll start anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 IUs per day. So what she has here, she's got what's called emulsified. So emulsified means it's broken down. So a lot of times when you keep in inflammation, by the time that you take pills or you take hundreds of dollars worth of supplements, it goes in your mouth, goes through your stomach, goes through the small intestine, large intestine. By the time it gets to the liver, you get about 8%, not very much of what you're putting in there. So when you get this down, you get emulsified, it's broken down for you so your body absorbs it how it needs to. So for kids, you know, my kids, I've got them on 5,000 IUs per day. Started off a little bit slower, but like I said, you know, these are things that you can do for the whole family. The pH, that's going to help to get some of this inflammation out of your body. And if you're having spasms, you're having tons of pain, we know that you've got inflammation. If you've got liver issues, if you've got kidney issues, you know, and a lot of times that comes from taking a medication. So I'm on an anti-inflammatory, I'm on an NSAID that's getting in, and my kidneys have to filter that. So now that my kidney, my liver enzymes, they're up, this is going to help boost some of that, naturally get that inflammation out to be able to help you. So like I said, you know, those three things together, those are kind of a must if somebody's got a low pH. And so 8,000 IUs emulsified, pinch of sea salt in your things, and making sure you're taking an omega. So hope you guys enjoyed, and hope this helps somebody.